Okay,
No,
let's get into the playbook. Let's help Robert Saleh first. The Niners defense against the Bucs offense. This is one of the best offenses in the league. They're down Mike Evans and probably Bucky Irving too, but the rookie Emeka Egbuka, they have another running back in Rashad White, and they have Baker Mayfield, who happens to throw for a lot of touchdowns. And the Niners don't have Nick Bosa or a replacement coming for this game. So what does Saleh got to do here?
the hardest part is, I tell you, Mayfield, he's lighting the place up. Last week, he was like 29 out of 33, and he throws the ball with conviction. In fact, right now, I would look at him as in the hunt for the MVP of the league. Mm-hmm. That's how good a year he's having thus far.
Remember when I was down with you during the offseason, I asked who do you think was going to go to the Super Bowl, and you said don't sleep on Tampa.
Correct. And that's because of the quarterback. And then you know what? Mm-hmm. Evans is not playing. Bucky Irvin's not even playing. And still Mayfield's finding a way to light it up. And see, the hard thing for the Niners is if they only rush 4, zone coverage is not going to be enough to stop Baker Mayfield.
Right.
So how much man can he play with 4-man pressure coming out of the rush and think that his corners can stay with all these receivers who've been lighting it up? I mean, even Otten, the tight end's been catching balls for Tampa. And, I tell you what, they've got the weapons on offense.
So it's one of those like damned if you do, damned if you don't situations for Robert Saleh. You rush 4 and play zone, you're screwed. You rush 5 and play man-to-man coverage. Do you have the DBs to hold up?
Well, the other thing I can do if I don't want to play man, but I've got to be able to attack his protection schemes and all that, I've got to be able to run some fire zone schemes, force the ball to have to come out hot because I've overloaded the Buccaneers protection package. And then the other thing don't worry about is that, hey, Baker gained some significant yards scrambling last week, and he's not a statue back there. He can move around. He's still a threat.
Yeah, that's a big difference between him and Stafford. And Stafford had a pretty good game just from the pocket.
Baker can, he can get outside. He can run the boots, the nakeds, and plus he can scramble. And he's not afraid to pull it down and run. He's a tough kid. Well, he's a young man now, but he's got toughness about him. He's not just a, China doll playing quarterback,
Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code COHN, COHN, and download the app now. So do you see this being a higher scoring game?
I don't know about it higher scoring. I think that the Niners are going to struggle a little bit more offensively against the Buccaneers defense. But I tell you what, the deep ball could have a dramatic impact for Tampa Bay because I don't think the Niners handle the vertical passing game very well at their cornerback positions, especially Lenoir.
Lenoir's has been okay so far this year. Renardo Green played pretty well against the Rams, but it seems like everyone's figuring out that you can go after this rookie safety, Marquise Siegel. Rams got him a lot of times. I don't know if he's going to play in this game. Malik Mustafa's coming back. I don't know if he's ready to play, but I mean, there was Siegel's breakdowns. There was Upton Stout, the rookie in the slot, who's kind of struggled in coverage. And then there was D. Winters, who frequently was not in the picture when his man, the running back, caught the ball. So I don't know if Robert Saleh needs to make some personnel changes or just make sure that his players are on the same page.
Well, the hardest thing also, though, is if you're always in a never defense and, always playing zone, never playing man, always rushing 4, never rushing 5 or 6, you're going to be in the bullseye of the opponent after a while. I mean, those people on the other side of the field, they got brains, they got coaches working on game plans. They're making adjustments during the game as well. You just can't line up and just play vanilla.
All right. Well, Saleh's got a big task ahead of him.